Rise and shine. Pour yourself a cup of coffee and tune in to Good Morning Aurora. News, weather, and really cool interviews. Monday through Friday from 8 to 9 a.m.
Good morning, Aurora. Good morning, Aurora. Good morning. Yes. Oh gosh. I mean, it's the thing about it that you appreciate and that I appreciate, that we know, is that life is good and it's meant to be lived. It's Monday. It's what, the 30th of August, about to be September. 8:02 a.m. We're up in here. We're having fun. Special guest today, my friend Emily of Zen Loft. Hey, how you doing? All right. What's new with you? How you feeling? First of all, how was the weekend?
Good. It was really good.
Okay.
Lots of awesome arts.
Alley Art Festival.
Oh my goodness, it was amazing. Very hot, but it was awesome.
Yes,
awesome.
It was like 186 degrees. It was terrible.
Melting.
For those of you guys just tuning in, you're listening to Good Morning Aurora, the second largest city's first daily news podcast. We're going to talk about a lot of things today. We got news and our normal headlines. We're going to talk about Zen. And talk about nice lofty places. Hammocks.
Yes.
Also supporting our other vendors as well. All right. For those who don't know, tell us about Zen Loft.
Zen Loft is a women-owned business collective of wellness professionals. We offer a place to rest, a place to learn, a place to earn a living. We rent space to other businesses, other vendors, and whatever they make or teach or whatever they can dream up that's in the wellness realm within our ethics, we offer that. We offer a place for that. And then for our community coming in, we have a place where they can hang out, where they can get their work done, where they can microwave lunch or cook their lunch and sit and rest, use their internet.
Need to have food, right?
Yes, and build community, break bread, and patronize the vendors there.
All right. Who are some of the vendors that you have?
So Maria Saltagerald, she owns Eye of the Angeles, so she has her shop in there. We have Erin Scarlata. She makes beautiful jewelry. I'm drawing a blank. We have Hector. He makes beautiful wired wrapped jewelry.
I've seen it.
So yes,
nice stuff.
So many awesome vendors and crafters and people who make earrings, who make candles. We were at the farmers market for a few weeks in a row last month, and so if you've seen us, our tent, we set up our hammock, we set up the belly dance belts, the glow in the winds, like they're like wind chimes, and people come by and they can play instruments, they can shop our vendors, they can hang out in the hammock if they want, and we just sit and basically laugh the whole time and eat empanadas from Alice's Corner.
So you were also, I've seen belly dancing at Stope.
Yes.
On Wednesdays at Stope, right?
We were at Wednesdays at the Plaza.
Right.
On Stope, at Millennium Plaza. Yes. We were there. It's a different dance studio. So Grace Tucker from Eastern Fire Studios in Naperville, her troupe was there. So there's different troupes in the area. Pam, who is our instructor at Zen Loft, she went on maternity leave. So her troupe is called, I'm drawing a blank.
Is that the name? I'm drawing
Magnolia. Magnolia. My apologies.
That's all good.
So she has her troupe, and so these are dance sisters who dance together. I'm just a student. I have my moniker is Dancing Hippie Chick, and so
Nice.
that's just a dance flow meditation. So I'm not teaching belly dance. I am teaching or teaching dance at all. I'm basically opening an outlet for people to dance. So
Nice.
like
you yourself, you're a student of dance.
I'm a student of dance, but I mean, we're all students of dance, no matter if you're an instructor or not. Everybody is.
I like that. I like that.
Someone else's student. Yeah.
Because a lot of us dance at home.
Of
You know, we
course.
may be at home chilling. We hear the song. Nobody's there with us, so we,
Right.
break it down just a little
Oh, yes.
bit.
I dance in the aisles at Woodman's at 2 in the morning by myself because there's a good song on usually, and no one's there to
Right.
hassle me.
So there was the Alley Art Festival, as Emily mentioned. Hopefully, you guys got out and got a chance to see some of the great art that took place downtown. Water Street was a great place. Lot H, that's where the mural is, Bombed a Lot and everything, right there behind Dakari. I don't know how you can miss it. It's absolutely stunning, breathtaking, and a lot of great artists came out to participate in it. So shouts out to the local artist collective here in the city. Big shouts out to Jen Evans, Aurora Public Art. They did a great job putting everything on. We appreciate all their efforts here in the community. Also, guys, I want to let you know that Treadwell right now has a brand new like peanut butter and jelly kind of peanut little bar thing. I recommend trying it. It's really good. Had one the other day. Was a little bit of a gift. They broke a brother off some, and it was quite tasty. We're going to get back to talking with Emily here from Zen Loft. And what's the address of Zen Loft?
We are at 6 West Downer Place. Our entrance is on Downer.
Okay.
So it's kind of hard to find if you blink. You walk past our little alcove, which is our entrance, but we are the entire second floor all the way down from Downer and Stolp back towards Benton, back towards the conservatory building.
Yes, that's right.
So if you look up, you'll see the letters spelled out in the window, Zen Loft. With some rainbow silks there and belly dance belts up in there. So
That's the place.
that's the place.
Can't miss it, y'all. Can't miss it. Well, you might miss it, like she just said, but if
Right.
you look up, you will notice it forever. Okay, so really quick couple of headlines and topics and things to dish out to all of you wonderful folks. I saw a lot of good pictures over the weekend, too, so shouts out to everybody who went out, had fun, and participated. Okay, the Aurora Public Library has the bookmobile. The foundation is raising funds for a new bookmobile. It's called Lace Up for Literacy. You can walk virtually from the comfort of your own home, bike trail, or excuse me, you can walk the bike trail in the morning, around your yard, anything. It's going until September 6th. Please take part and donate for a new bookmobile. The bookmobile does a lot for the community, and if you're like me, you probably didn't realize that, you got to replace bookmobiles every now and then. This one's got like over 200,000 miles, they say. We will be having Laura Stoney from the Aurora Public Library Foundation here on the show to talk with us about it. So stay tuned. Okay. Also in the news, brand new in the news, the state of Illinois has issued an indoor mask mandate, and it begins today. The purpose of the mandate is to increase safety, that's in the language, to stop the rise of cases of the Delta variant. And shout out to VNA, King County Department of Public Health, and others for keeping us safe. Those are our healthcare heroes. And shout out to Amita as well. Okay, guys. Now, I know that you guys are sick of me telling you to get out and join in and run and do all this other kind of stuff, you're probably like, man, is this a new show or is this a workout show in the morning time? Well, it's a little bit of both, okay? Now, the 15th will be a great night of October, that is. Our friends of Mutual Ground will be hosting their black and white ball from 6 to 11 p.m. at Hotel Arista, located at 2139 City Gate Lane in Naperville. Mutual Ground supports everybody because it's a black and white ball. Participants must wear black and white. You can wear shades of black and shades of white, including silver. Again, don't be the guy with anything green on. Don't be that person. All right. Our friends at the Quad County Urban League are hosting their annual Equality Gala on October 30th. The theme is Transformation, Reunite, Reconnect, and Rebuild. For more information or to purchase tickets, you can contact the Quad County Urban League on their website. I do have a link. I'll put that in the chat for you guys momentarily. All right. And then more news as well. The portal is now open. Don't forget, if you're a small business owner in Aurora, you may qualify for B2B, Back to Business Grant monies, from $5,000 to $150,000. With many of our industry still recovering from economic hardship, the ILDCEO, that is the Illinois Department of Commerce and Economic Opportunity, they aim to help Illinois businesses as part of the American Rescue Plan. Our trusted community partners of Waubonsie SBDC are here and ready to help you. We have shared the link to the application many times on our Facebook page. It is still there. All you got to do is scroll down a couple of posts and you can click it. For help navigating the program, there's also listed contact partners. Harriet Parker of the Waubonsie SBDC. Also our friend Noelia Ruiz of the Waubonsie SBDC and Suzanne Stegeman, Community Navigator Program. So shouts out, and you guys take part in that. It's there for everybody. Okie dokie. So now let's talk the services that we can have at this. So first of all, tell us about the hammock.
So the hammocks, they are aerial hammocks. So there's aerial silks, which are divided in the middle.
Aerial silks. Oh, that just
right.
sounds fancy. Oh, damn. They got aerial silks, y'all.
Yep. So for those, you would wrap your arms and legs in and then like dangle from that. There's Bobby Reed teaches a class Monday nights. It varies because, again, she owns her own business. She pays space rental to use the room, and but she's there Monday nights. You can look her up on our website. So the way that we do that is she has a Facebook page.
Mm-hmm.
We have a widget that I installed on our website. And whatever's on there on her website will populate on our website.
Okay.
Or whatever's on her Facebook page will
populate on the website.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's other than that, she does Lyra as well.
What's Lyra?
So Lyra is a giant metal hoop that has a little doohickey thing at the top that that you clip to the thing, and again, you can do poses in that. It's just to be graceful and party, and for acrobatic. Yeah, you do
everything. Yeah,
right.
I've seen it in performances and things like that.
Exactly.
Yeah, very interesting.
So, so the silks are split in the middle, like I said, but the hammocks you can just lay in there. So it's and just rest and nap and meditate. So if you look up aerial yoga online, you'll see a lot of fancy things that most people don't do. So if you come to an aerial yoga class, Caitlin Moss of Meditative Movements is available by appointment only to do classes, private classes, semi-private classes, ladies' nights, kids' birthday parties, all of that stuff. You can find her on our website also. But people think like, oh my gosh, the aerial yoga is going to be so much harder than regular yoga. Actually, it's not, because we climb them up on a ladder, adjust the hammock to your hip height. That's why you come early to a class, so that when you do something like down dog, which is you're an upside down V,
Yes, I've seen that. Yeah.
You have the hammock has like looped around your hip joints, and it's holding you up. So you can literally pick up your hands, pick up your legs, spin around, and so you can be like Superman
because you are still suspended.
Because you are suspended.
Okay.
And it's got you, like, you know, when you're a kid and there's a swing and you like see that swing and you like run.
Yeah.
And you dive on that swing and it's like it's got you and you swing back and forth. Our insurance does not cover like impact.
How do I know?
For things like that or heights of over 5 feet. But you can literally just play in this thing and gently swing back and forth, and it's like this rocking motion that's just exquisite. And we had a scavenger hunt recently at the beginning of the summer, and so the objective was to get everybody into this hammock. And so, you know, raise your hand out there if you participate in this scavenger hunt. It was put on by the city. And it was great. It was like, and so people got in this hammock like, oh my gosh, this is great. And I said, yeah, so you can come back and rent this room by yourself for $20 an hour. And you can take a nap, you can read a book, you can do whatever you want with your friends in the room, and have like a little party. You can meditate, you can have a ladies' night. All of those things we host.
Right. Good morning to our friends of the show. Got to get some shouts out. Josue Pais is here. Good morning, Josue. Aisha Saxon, good morning to you. Cindy Morales, what is up? So many of these people. There's too many of y'all. Hold on, let me see. We'll keep it going. Bianca Camargo, good morning to you. Anna's Custom Treats, good morning. Get the sweets with Anna's Custom Treats right there, y'all. I know you like that. Get the sweets with Anna's Custom Treats. I just made that up right now. Not bad. Get the sweets with Anna's Custom Treats.
Yes.
I like that. Mo Pippi, what's happening? Good morning to you. Good morning, sunshine for everybody. All right. Josue said, I'm doing the running man at home. And I'm telling you, bruh, get down. Whitney, Love is here. Good morning to you, Whitney. Norma Peterson, good morning to you as well. All right. So our dear friend Emily here, who we've known since before Good Morning Aurora. Way back. I mean, we go back like spinal cords and car seats. We really do. We go back a long time. So we're happy to have our dear friend Emily here on the show. Zen Loft has been around in the community for a very long time. Emily's been doing great things in the community for a very long time, and women have had a place to relax, build, establish something, and spread positive vibes for others for a very long time. So we're glad to be here with our friend. All right, a couple of quick events for you guys. Quick. Then we'll get back to our conversation here with our friend. Take the mystery out of securing state grant funding with online training hosted by our friends of the ICJIA, the Illinois Criminal Justice Information Authority. Your recipe for grant success is training that allows you to learn at your own pace, informing you of everything you need to know to write a successful application. With registration steps, the process overview, and submission tips, the ICJIA is here to help you succeed. This has been posted on our Facebook page as well. Please go click the link and find out more about that. Okay, the Kane Senior Council is in need of volunteers. The Elgin location, located at 101 South Grove Street, needs assistance in delivering hot meals every Monday through Friday to seniors. Experience, maturity, and wisdom. The Kane Senior Council does a lot to improve the quality of life for our seniors in Kane County. Help these folks out by volunteering. For more information, you can call 630-338-0999. The number again is 630-338-0999. Yeah, definitely shouts out to them. Okay, now I got something else to tell you guys about. Hold on a second here, because it does qualify not only as something good and beneficial for the community, but it also qualifies as better than CNN, y'all. You've never heard nothing like that before. Okay, the 5th annual Cups Bra Drive. Donate new and gently used bras. Bring all donations to the Aurora Regional Fire Museum on Friday, October 1st, between 5 and 8 p.m. There will be music, local vendors, a silent auction, and a photo booth. Oh, Lord. Join that day, 5 to 8 p.m., once again at the Aurora Regional Fire Museum, located at 53 North Broadway in Aurora, Illinois, downtown, y'all. Proceeds from this event will benefit the ARFM and free the girls. Shouts out to our dear friends of the show, Cups Broad Drive and Cindy Morales. Okay, the time is now 8:21 a.m. You're listening to Good Morning Aurora, the second largest city's first daily news podcast. What does the world need more of?
Ooh.
Come on now, you know how we do.
What does the world need more of?
Because,
I have a list, so I'm trying to think of like the first thing. Empathy.
Empathy.
Yes, we need to be able to look at another person and say, you are just as important as me. You are my family. If I lived your experiences, if I walked in your shoes, if I had your brain chemistry, if I had your parents, I would think the same as you do.
Right.
And I'm going to cry. I think that we need more kindness. We need more love, less judgment.
Facts.
I would say hugs, but there are people who don't like hugs, and for very valid reasons. So I have in my youth, I would just grab people and hug them.
Right.
That's not consent, and consent is very important to me in my life. So while I might have done that in the past, I realized my mistake. Those people who I did hug in the past, eventually would realize that resistance is futile and enjoyed hugs after that, but would only
Right.
hug me and would just know that it's coming and know that my heart is pure and that I mean no.
It's like Darth Vader, but nice, Don't get away from these hugs. You're not going to make it. Oh, my goodness gracious. Norma Peterson, good morning to you, dear friend. Maria Charito, Nicole Astra, Mo Pippi, what it is. Fist bumps to you, too, Josue. Fist bumps, my brother. Fist bumps. There it is. Boom. We don't got a fist bump button, but we'll make it happen. No, yeah. You know what? The world does need more of that. Now, I got another kind of Aurora that same question of what is needed, kind of an Aurora tip. We did a great interview that's going to be debuting today, you guys. You guys are going to see this interview we did. I'm telling you, we did. I told you last week we were going to do an interview with a scientist. Well, we did that interview with the scientist, and that interview with that scientist will be posted today for your delight. But in talking to this person, the world does need more of that, but it also needs to. The people, we all need to understand that we all have a different experience. There's only one truth. There's only one, there is only one truth, no matter how appealing it may be to believe that 2 + 2 = 6. At the end of the day, that one truth should be the lighthouse, right? The beacon that we all gravitate to. Doesn't seem like that's possible, though. What do you think?
I think that there is a truth. I think that a lot of us, I like the analogy of the elephants, the blind people touching the elephants.
Oh, I think you introduced me to this.
So they're all blind, and one person is touching the leg, and they're hugging the leg, this elephant is a tree. It feels like a tree. Another person's touching the tail. Nope, it's a rope. Someone else is touching the trunk. Nope, it's a snake. And someone's touching the ear. Nope, it's a leaf. And so they're all true. They're all right. They have a different perspective. And so I think, again, I'm sticking by this empathy thing, is that if we can say, yes, I believe you. I believe your perspective. Even though your perspective is opposite of mine, I believe you, and tell me more. Yes, and how do you see the world? Because science, there is a truth. Science will show us the truth, but there are things that we all know that are unprovable. Love. How do you know you love someone? Well, my actions show it. Well, what if your actions don't show it because you're not able to show that kind of love? Your love language is different, but it doesn't mean that you don't love.
You're not able to show the kind of love that person needs.
Exactly. You could be not, and that's not right or wrong. It's just, it is the truth. All of these things are the truth. But I think that we try to oversimplify things because we're uncomfortable with certain truths. And if we can just sit with that discomfort, meditate into it perhaps, and and find the truth in that. There's a lot like, well, I shouldn't feel this way. I shouldn't be like this. I shouldn't. And you know what? Like, we don't have time for that. Like, just
right.
embrace some things, and go with it, and always try to do what's best for everybody involved. Just because some people are uncomfortable with something, if that's your truth, then live your truth. And yeah, that's
You seem to be agreed with Anna's Custom Tree says yes. Norma says she just watched a video about that yesterday, and our dear friend Karina says you are totally right. Empathy is what the world needs. You know what's crazy about it? Like, I think that, to your point, right? When you take off the shackles in your own emotions, like you just said, live what you, right? When you take off the shackles of your own emotions, when you are okay with, like, listen, I'm going to embrace the chaos. I'm going to take this punch I'm going to get it over with. I'm going to lean into this punch. Mm-hmm. When you do that, I think that there is a healing feeling where, like, okay, the discomfort of that is over. Now, how do I make sure that discomfort doesn't come back?
Yes.
It's like the pain from it, or the whatever the case may be. It could be pain. It could be, I don't know, embarrassment, bad news. It could be anything. Sure. Once you take that punch, the move on feels better.
Yes.
I think many people are scared, to your point, of the punch. They don't want to feel it. They don't want to be uncomfortable. Yep. People don't like being uncomfortable.
Sure.
You know?
Uh-huh. Yeah.
How long did it take you to get to a place where you were comfortable?
Oof. I'm never comfortable, I guess. Mm-hmm. I mean, I'm like sweating right now just being on the show, to be totally honest. But I know that it will be good for my business. I know that it'll be good for all the people who are in my business, who are looking to support themselves. And so I would not call this a punch, but it to that analogy, it's scary, it's terrifying mm-hmm. to talk to everybody on this, and yet here I am, and here you are, and you're a friend, and I know that no bad will come of this. And getting punched in the face, there's so many worse things in life that I've been through, honestly. And so the fear, totally, it doesn't mean that you're not afraid. It doesn't mean that you're not afraid. It's that you do it anyway with giggles in your heart.
That's a fact. That's true. That is true. All right. Norma says, I don't think you're ever really comfortable if you're growing. That's true. Mm-hmm. And Josue says, live your truth. David Samantha, good morning. Good morning. And Alderman Loft, she says, Zen Loft is a super cool place. Great products too. Yay! All right, guys. So the time is now 8:30 a.m. Before we get to the next little piece of news that I do have, can you tell us the hours of Zen Loft? What's the schedule for folks?
Mm-hmm. So we have walk-ins hours so it's open studio hours from 1 to 4, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. So I'll be there to host that. So I'll do walk-in chair massage, table tune-ups. People can come in and read. I'll help them in and out of hammocks if they'd like to try that out. And And then Maria's shop, I have the Angeles, is open from typically 4 until 7. Those hours are subject to change Tuesdays through Fridays, and then in the afternoons on Saturdays. So we are always looking for more people to help us host with that. We call them Zenistas, if you'd like to be Zenista.
I like that.
And so basically that's a space keeper. You give tours and you're just the welcoming committee. You show people around, and also if you're comfortable, we'll train you how to get people in and out of hammocks. There'll be other services. You can do homework. You can be on your laptop and hang out. You can make flower barrettes. I'll teach you how to do that.
Flower barrettes?
Flower
Dang.
barrettes.
Okay.
So you can craft, you can knit, it's whatever wellness means to you is what we offer. And if we don't offer it, we welcome people who offer it then.
Nice. Very cool. Okay, guys. So let us move on. News. Let's keep going here. Let's keep going. Saturday, September 18th from 9 to 11 a.m. at the Santori Library, downtown Aurora. That's the Aurora Public Library. It's the Santori branch right there across the street from Society 57. They talk about the avocado toast and all that.
Ooh,
you know, I haven't had it yet, but they say it's like crack. There will be a free community shredding event on this Saturday, the 18th of September, hosted by the Kane County Teachers Credit Union and the Aurora Public Library. This will be a safe, secure, and contactless event. Fight identity theft and clutter. Endless chatter. That's me talking, though. I didn't mean to diss myself. That's crazy. Endless clutter. How did I read that wrong? At home by bringing in your personal documents to have them safely shredded. To be held at the downtown branch, once again, 101 South River Street. Shouts out. Wow. Also, the DuPage County Expungement Clinic. That's taking place Saturday, October 2nd. It'll be from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. The location will be the DuPage County Administration Building, located at 421 North County Farm Road in Wheaton. Many things on your record may be eligible for removal or sealing. The team will help you walk through the process of clearing your record. Volunteer attorneys will help prepare and file requests to have your record cleared for free. Shouts out to participants and sponsors such as Prairie State Legal Services, DuPage Legal Aid, and Illinois Access to Justice. Registration is required for this great event. I posted the link already. Go down and click there. And I had to say something real quick. You know what? Let me say, I got to bring it up one more time. You know, I know sometimes I put the link in there for you guys and it tells you that, you know, you can't read it unless you subscribe. It's $1. You know, so if I send you a Tribune link in the link and you can't read it, it's $1 for like 2 months and the price never goes up. Just pay the $1. I don't know. Or, you know, get your information from the headline. But yeah, that's what it is, guys. You know, I do subscribe. I try to be the kind of news that I want to see. So I subscribe, just like you guys do to this show. Yeah.
If people really need that I'll give them that $1.
Did you hear that, guys?
Yeah,
say that again
sure.
to our friends, please.
If you really don't have money for that $1, I'll give you $1.
Nice.
Up to like 50 people, maybe.
Very cool.
Yeah, how about that?
So if you want, go into Zen Loft, maybe mention that, hey, you want to subscribe. You heard it on Good Morning Aurora. Mention that you heard it on Good Morning Aurora. And our dear friend Emily here will give you $1 to subscribe so you can continue to get the good news and headlines. The time is now 8:35 a.m. Okay, one more thing. Good Morning Aurora, Sunday the 5th. Tavern on Broadway. Brunch. Brunch and news, noticias and mimosas. That's coming to you the 5th, starting at 11 a.m. at Tavern on Broadway. The post and the menu will be up today. And also, Good Morning Aurora has something else cool that we're doing. youth intern opportunity coming to you very, very soon. If you know any young person who could benefit from learning what is needed in the media, Good Morning Aurora we'll have a youth intern opportunity coming up very soon. The post will be debuted today about that. It's geared for students. So if you're interested, or you know an interested youngster who's squared away, got to be squared away, we'll put the post out there, and we'll bring up the next generation and teaches them about the second largest city's first daily news podcast. How did I mess it up? All right, the time is 8:37 a.m. So let's talk now about our downtown. So you've seen, Zen Loft's been there at that location for a while. Talk about some of the changes that you've noticed in the neighborhood, because I mean you are a neighborhood staple. Yes. So tell us about that.
One of my very favorite things about the downtown now is the flower gardens, the bump outs. Kathy.
The bump outs. I like that.
Bump out. That's what they call them in my neighborhood. So they put those in right about the same time. I don't know if it was the same like program or what, but to slow people down around my corner.
Yeah. Brooklyn.
So it's beautiful. It's beautiful downtown. The baskets, everything. We all volunteer and we put that together over across the street from Gillerson's in that whole parking lot.
Yeah.
Aurora Downtown does that, puts that together so people can go and
I was with you
planned
that day.
Everything. Yes.
Yeah, I was with you. That's right.
It was so much fun. It was so much fun just getting your hands in the dirt.
Yep.
It was like digging stuff up. You're like, oh, I wonder what this is going to be. And talking to the plants and all that stuff. It was great. So the downtown has changed so I've lived in Aurora for 14 years. I own a house on the east side in District 131. I also sub there. I love the kids. They are great. They are polite. They are well-mannered. And it ticks me off when people complain about Aurora Public Schools.
They get a bad rap.
They do get a bad rap, and they're not entitled. They're sweet kids. They've had challenges just getting to school in the morning that grown people do not have to face. I like the bus systems. I think we need an after-school program. All this stuff, I could talk forever about that. But with the downtown area, I'm seeing kids skateboarding. I love seeing that. I love the kid energy. Lots of people walking around, lots of shops, lots of people walking by. Yeah, I love the coffee shops. I love the vibe. It's great. It's I think that we're all creating the world in the downtown that we want to see, and anybody who hasn't been downtown a long downer, come see it. We have a bike shop that's awesome. We have photography studios. Peyton's Photography, she's amazing. We have Vincenzo. He has an art gallery down there.
Right next to Wickwood.
Yep. Right next to Wickwood. Yes, Shannon is awesome too.
We were in there for that opening night too.
Yes, we were. That was amazing. Yep. I'm like, where's Waldo? Find the hippie in this meeting.
Man, we're always in the same spots though, so we flow in the same ocean, same pond. Now I remember that there used to be, so where Treadwell is, there used to be River Edge Coffee.
Yes, with Amy and Joe had it. He's actually the one who made these t-shirts.
Really?
My first set of t-shirts. Yep, and I have a whole thing on the back. That's our logo. And then Quint is right. I can't believe him. I'm so sorry, Quint. QT3 right underneath my studio. QT3 Systems. He has an awesome workout studio. So you can go in. My understanding is you can go in and you can just do your own thing, or you can get personal training. He's great. He does circuit training. I always see the people running around outside, flipping tires.
Yeah, that
And
big,
it's
huge
so
tire.
intimidating.
Yeah,
Like,
it's
oh
crazy.
my gosh, you guys are so strong.
Yeah.
I know. It's great.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that. I love seeing, just people enjoying life and hanging out and building community. Yeah.
Now, when it comes to the specifically like the infrastructure and everything, we talk a lot on the show about like the bike, pedestrian, and transportation committee, and then the I can't think of the other acronym, the one that deals with parkways. Is there enough infrastructure for our nice river that we got going through? What changes would you like to see? I mean, we've got a bike trail, we've got some nice scenery, but I personally feel that could be hooked up a little bit more. What do you think?
Yeah, I would love to see a river walk. I love riding my bike down either side of the trails. I talk with Charlie Zine about that all the time. He's an avid environmentalist, outdoor person. It would be great to be able to kayak or canoe. Shout out to Jake.
Howling Wolf, what's good?
Oh my gosh.
Howling Wolf, what up, Jake? What's good, baby? Good morning.
Yes, I got to do the kayaking on Wednesdays almost all summer. It was awesome, and just being able to sit in a kayak and look at all the. I mean, it's a different world on the river. If you haven't been on the river, you got to go. And in the bike trails and everything, I think it's. Just people don't know about it.
It is a hidden gem.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? It's there. It's not exactly hidden, but it is an undervalued resource. That's really what it is. I mean, there's only a selection of people, as you mentioned, that are actually taking part in it in any real shape or form. So, like, we all need to, take part. When there was, people fish and everything as they go down Illinois by the Veterans Island. People fish, but I still feel like I want to get out there. I want to get on a boat. There's not enough activity on the water.
Yeah, I agree with that. And I don't know if it's because of the dams or, what. I know there's a whole thing around that.
On the dams?
Around the dam, like whether to keep a dam, whether to get rid of the dams, whether...
to give a damn? That's crazy. That's crazy. Let me stop. All right. But yeah, what's this thing with the dams? So I didn't know that.
I overhear conversations, and there's talking about if we remove the dam, then the river might get more tight. It might be, but there's also discussion around it would be too fast and then dangerous, or I don't know. I don't want to say the wrong thing.
I feel you. Yeah.
But I think that if we had a path along the river, like a river walk,
right,
that would be great, because I just love to stand at the bridge and just look out over everything. It's beautiful, and even to do like some kind of an event on the island, like Stope Island. Zen Loft's on Stope Island. But there's other little islands out there, and I wouldn't want them to be, have garbage and that kind of thing, like so much traffic. Like if people are there, that it could create that. But, having an opportunity to like camp, like do a rustic camp, so people would be able to paddle out there, have a little campground, and then paddle back. Like, I think that could bring in some revenue. Yeah.
Sounds like a good idea.
Yeah.
Now, what do you got going on for the next First Friday?
So the next First Friday, we always have vendors. We have usually our belly dance performances at 7:30. We'll have I have the Angeles out and all of the vendors who are there.
Okay. Right in front?
Right in front, out front. So you can always go upstairs and give yourself a tour around Zen Loft, or ask for that. There will be vendors upstairs, but if the weather is nice, we always like to be outside. But we're outside, we're like, hey, we're upstairs too, and people look up, they're like, oh.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, it's this whole huge, beautiful place with like 5 rooms. It's like a half a block long. Like,
Right.
get up there.
No, it's it is beautiful. I like the thing that you got that a lot of other places don't have. You got that sunlight in the morning time.
Oh,
that's what I
so
love the most
beautiful,
about
yeah.
it. Like in Zen Loft, no matter pretty much where you stand, there is some kind of holy looking beam that's coming in. It's very nice and impressive. It's very impressive. Like you feel really good. You know, it's early.
Yeah.
You got your coffee. You standing right there in the front because that's downer right here and stove. Boom! When that sun comes through, it's real nice.
It's beautiful. Yeah.
I remember that's one of the things I miss about living downtown. I used to live downtown at one point in time, and got all of that nice, beautiful sunshine. Now it comes in from the side and the front, but it's still pretty fly.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay, so the next thing that I do want to get your opinion on, and the time is now 8:47. I feel like Aurora, when it comes to housing and things like that, I feel like Aurora's going in the right direction with housing. What's your opinion on that? You know, we see a lot of the businesses, what is that, on the corner of Broadway and Galena, the terminal building, right?
Yes.
Now there's going to be luxury apartments.
I think as long as no one is being forced out, I think it's a good idea to bring more people in who, I mean, it depends on how much the apartments are.
Right.
I think that people really need to sit down and do some hard math about, okay, what is the median income? I mean, I know that people do this, but the people who live downtown, I know a lot of servers, waiters, waitresses, staff, people live downtown, and so what is their average income? They don't get a 401k, health insurance, a lot of that stuff sometimes, and so factor that in. Is there, okay, so could there be a city, and you know, I'm all about creative thinking, so could there be a city thing where people pay into it for it's a retirement funding or healthcare or something like that, where okay, so this is to ensure that people aren't going to be forced out, and because I think a lot of the times people feel like unwelcome, and with gentrification, if you can no longer afford your apartment, and you know you're just living your life, you know, right. But you can't afford it now because the circumstances have changed for you, but you weren't given any opportunity to better your predicament. That's, you know, the unfairness of it. And you know, you can say, oh well, life is unfair, or you know, whatever.
Pull them up by the bootstraps.
You know,
don't you hate that? I hate that.
Opportunities, then create. Fine. You can say that as long as there is a realistic opportunity that does not come from a place of entitlement, where, you know, that's a soapbox. That's a whole other soapbox discussion.
You're correct, though. You are correct. I mean, there should be fairness. Should. I mean, I guess should is going to be our objectively happy word of the day, but there should be fairness. I think that there can be too. You know,
I
think it's yeah.
And it goes back to that empathy thing. Empathy isn't like empath. It's that's a whole other thing that I have opinions on. But
that's why you're on the show. You got mad opinions, I know.
I know you look over at my face sometimes in public discussions, and you're just like, I know what you're thinking.
I do, because here's the thing. I'm glad you brought that up, because you and I are friends. We were friends before Good Morning Aurora. I know exactly, and I've seen from you in the way that you treat other people and the kind of things you do. I know exactly what side of the bread your butter is on. You know what I'm saying? You're a positive person who's trying to uplift people, and you've heard some of the same nonsense I've heard.
Yeah.
Degrading other people, talking down on them. you know, saying nice things when they hear, but then they leave, right?
Right.
And then they diss them, and that's not cool. That's not cool. So empathy, leading with empathy, but then also making an equitable society.
Right.
It's 8:51. Damn, this has been a deep episode. All right, so we talked about what's going to be happening on the next First Friday, excuse me. Any other community stuff or updates that you want to highlight and shout out for Zen Loft and bring to people's awareness?
We have a whole art wall. So Tim Frederick from If These Walls Could Talk advised me on what to purchase because I don't know. So we have a whole wall with professional wiring, rigging, where you can hang artwork. So there's any artist out there, you know, Zen Loft is a happy, light, cheery place. So I love creepy art. Don't get me wrong. I love horror movies, all that stuff. But within the space, you know, I'd like to have artwork that is uplifting and positive and not that the creepy art is not I don't want to offend anybody truly, but
they would have to be inside of Zen Loft to get the feel,
and
then they can be like,
a good fit or
okay,
you know, for them really. So and so they can sell their art there. Zen Loft will take 10% off the top, so adjust your prices accordingly if you want to be a featured artist for First Fridays this upcoming or the ones afterwards. I love to get people with some art pieces up in there and and then maybe rotate if there's more of a demand.
Nice. Do you paint or do any art yourself? Do you draw or anything like that?
So I used to sketch people in class. I just sit there and like sketch the back of people's heads or like, you know, just whatever was in front of me. And then I took an art class in high school. I'm like, this is going to be great. And it was awful. And I never drew after that, actually, because we had to paint these styrofoam. They were like styrofoam packing materials. And they had lights on them. And we had to sketch it and then chalk it. And it was all in black and white. And everything that I did was like sketch and then colorful. And I hated this exercise. And I had to draw every little thing. And I mean, for me, she's like, just pick a section, because I would come in after school. I'm like, no, I have to do it this way. And she's like, I don't know what to do with you. But then I love to draw. I love to sketch. I love to be creative. But again, it's that fear. It's the fear that like, oh, people are gonna, you know, judge me and like everything that I do based on like getting back into it. So I need to get over my fears.
Okay. Yep. All right. So it is 8:54 a.m. So a couple more things to talk about before we go. I'm confident that you guys will like today's episode. I told you who we interviewed. I'm not going to shout it out to these people just yet, but stay tuned. There's a really good clip from that episode that's going to debut on our Facebook page. It's about, I'll give you a little hint. It's about AI. No, not Allen Iverson, not the basketball player. Artificial intelligence. So we had a really good discussion about that, about like Facebook and its algorithm, or all social media, how they Big Brother. Right?
I have opinions on that.
Well, we got a couple of minutes. What do you give me a little bit? What do you think?
Oh, there was something that came out. I can't remember what it was, where it like calculates everything, your reaction time, your likes, all of that stuff. And there was a comedian, and I don't remember his name, and he said something, and I was like, yeah, that's what I've always thought about people tracking you. Like, you post your meal, like people worry about your privacy, you know, and all that, but you've posted what you are currently digesting in your stomach now, who you were with, where you were, like all that stuff.
You got location notifications on,
you know, but like, the government's gonna track me. It's like, you know, I mean,
well, so to that as well, people have also been like, my phone's listening. How did my phone know that I wanted to do or see or hear. Look, you making a playlist.
Always listening.
You saving this, and right, you got this for your workouts. It's only, you're feeding the machine. Josue says Skynet. That's right, bruh. Skynet is watching. All right, and Greg says, can you hang any of the powerful plywood paintings during the protest? And Josue says that he may have a new art piece that may work as well. All right, Zen Loft, located on the corner of Stope and Downer. Yep, Stope and Downer. And the address, one more time?
It's 6 West Downer Place.
6 West Downer.
We're on the second floor, so right above QT3. So it's that little alcove. It has this logo upon it on the window, and I'm trying to get something to go on the awning, but again, everything's expensive and it all comes out of my pocket. So you know, the more massages I do, all of that, the more I can afford to have our logo on our awning. So
come in, stop by Zen Loft at any time, see if the artwork could be a good fit. You heard about it here on Good Morning Aurora. These are friends of ours in our chat as well, so they may stop by and hawk some art at you.
Sure.
We appreciate our dear friend Emily for coming on our show.
Cheers. Thank you.
Yep. All of you guys have a great rest of the day today. It's Monday. Let's have a beautiful, positive, motivated, awesome week. Thank you for tuning in. Subscribe to the show on YouTube, Spotify, Apple, iTunes, all that. Google Play. Anywhere you... Pigeons, smoke signals, no matter what, you can find us there. I hope that you guys have a great day. Take care of yourself and each other.
Thank you.